Hello everyone and welcome to Bitcoin Tips. So today I figured we would do a live stream here. I've gotten some requests over the last little while to do a live stream, taking a look at just kind of what's going on in cryptocurrency as well as trends that we see in the market with the Bitcoin halving coming up and possibly a new Bitcoin bull run. So if you were able to check out my video that I uploaded yesterday talking about how all of the signs with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, as well as the signs we're seeing in the traditional financial world, point to a bull run, make sure you go check that out because it was a great video looking at some of the historical data around what caused or what events, I should say, happened around the last few bull runs, as well as just what events have been taking place this week that have influenced the crypto markets, as well as what major milestone Bitcoin itself passed just recently, yesterday, passing over that $35,000 mark. So, taking a look here at where we see prices today, Bitcoin currently sitting at $34,717, down just a little bit today. We did fall back below that $35,000 mark a little bit earlier today, which, like I said in the video yesterday, this is to be expected. I don't expect to see Bitcoin climb to these new all-time highs or even go into what many people would overall accept as a Bitcoin bull market. We're going to see these pullbacks and down and days that don't continue to go up, and that's completely normal. So I'm not too worried about this. It's only down about 2% today, and I think we could really see that resistance be tested again and hopefully break through very soon. So as people start to come in here, welcome. Thank you for showing up. If you do have any questions or topics that you want to hear about, anything related to cryptocurrency, please feel free to put a chat in the live chat. Happy to make this an open conversation. We'll be on for maybe 30 minutes to an hour here, just kind of taking a look at what's going on in crypto. So yeah, if you're interested in learning about faucets or cloud mining or just taking a look at charts, please feel free to let me know. But continuing on here, we can see that more or less the overall crypto market has followed suit with what Bitcoin's done. Overall, we're down about 2%, just under, which really isn't all that far off of what Bitcoin is currently at. So that's to be expected, but it is what it is. I think, like I said, we're going to see these up and down days, and really 2%. We saw a 2.5–3% jump yesterday, pulled back a little bit, completely normal. I'm not too concerned about that, and I'm sure we will start to see it hit that resistance point again and hopefully break through it very soon. Of course, Bitcoin's sitting still just over, or just under 53% in the dominance category, with Ethereum at 16.8. So kind of taking a look at the dominance chart here, of course, Bitcoin relatively, strong still. We've seen it down in the 30s before, but I think right now that's nothing to be concerned about. We still have a lot of dominance in Bitcoin, meaning it is one of those coins that regardless of whether or not you think you're going to get rich from it, it's always a good one to have, even if it's not a ton. Using faucets like Free Bitcoin or Fire Faucet, Auto Faucet, any of the faucets we've reviewed here to collect Bitcoin, I think is still an absolutely great move, because whether or not you have a ton of it, it's still going to go up. It's still the most dominant coin on the market, and it still has a huge following. Regardless of if you think it is the future coin or not, it is going to be around for the long haul. And of course, a lot of the tier 2 altcoins, those are great investments as well. Your Ethereum, Litecoin, we've seen Cardano and Dogecoin stay around for a long time, and really something to think about when you're looking into altcoins is take a look at the historical coin market cap and the historical top 10. On there you can really see how frequently what is considered the top 10 cryptocurrencies change. Going back many years, you would see some of what would still really be considered the strong altcoins, but more or less, it does change very quickly. And whether, right now we would consider, things like Binance or Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, Tron, all of those coins to be very strong altcoins that most likely would not go anywhere. But with that being said, there were coins back in the day. Litecoin, I think, is a great example. I'm not even sure how far down. I think the last time I looked for it, it was in the 60s on CoinMarketCap. Litecoin, let's see, I might have passed it. It may just be easier to search for it. But Litecoin was one of those that was, top 3. At one point. And where are we ranked now? Okay, we are 17, so I was scrolling down a little bit far. But with that being said, Litecoin was considered one of those really strong coins, and even in the last bull run, taking a look here, we hit in 2021 $377. The previous all-time high was $349, so only $10, $20, $30 higher. Whereas with many other coins, we saw hundreds of percentages higher than their all-time high previously. Now, of course, this is not meant to say that Litecoin is not a good coin. I still have a lot of Litecoin. I think this is a great coin to have, especially for the price. This is one of those coins that it's very easy to get a lot of because it's not overly expensive. So, this is just an example of coin that was, top 5 crypto for a long time, and now it's just no longer out there. Let me see here. I know there is a historical, yes, this is what I was looking for. So, let's take a look in June of 2013 at the top 10. We have Bitcoin, Litecoin. Now, look at every other coin here. Unless you were very involved in crypto back in 2013, you probably don't know or haven't heard of nearly any of these coins. Namecoin, Purecoin, Novacoin, Feathercoin, these are all pretty familiar names for me. I think they are still out there, but they're nowhere near where they used to be. I mean, take a look at Feathercoin. Was number 6 on the CoinMarketCap. If we look that up today, let's see, Feathercoin. It is number 1,505. So it has fallen so many places on the CoinMarketCap here that even if you had thought this was the next coin, it's just not. And unfortunately, with a lot of Litecoins, that's just how it goes. So, Bitcoin, it will be around for the long haul. Anything you see in these, all of these days here, the only consistent thing you will see as Bitcoin is in the number 1 place. Looking in 2014, Litecoin, Ripple. Where's Ripple at? It was number 3 in 2015. Ripple, number 5, still there. That's, pretty rare though. So, like I said, not saying anything bad about these coins, but just trying to make the point that, regardless of if you think Bitcoin is the coin of the future, it's gonna be here in some capacity. Yes, there most likely will be a day where a coin does surpass Bitcoin on CoinMarketCap, and it may fall to 2nd, 3rd place, but I think it's going to be one of those coins that will be around for the long haul. So with that being said, hopefully you found some value in that, but as always, if you guys do have any questions, comments you want to hear about, like I said, please feel free to leave them in the chat. Always happy to try and talk about the topics that you're interested in, whether it's ideas that we can talk about here or ideas for pre-recorded videos to upload here on the channel. But yeah, so just kind of taking a look again at some of the other coins, I think we could see some potential, of course, with Dogecoin. I think a lot of people write that one off as, a joke coin, a meme coin, whatever you want to call it. And, they may be right to an extent, but, I've personally had Dogecoin and been a part of the Dogecoin community since probably 2015 when I got started in crypto. And, you know, that was well before it ever did anything notable. You know, I mean, I remember having millions and millions of Dogecoin, you know, when it was very cheap, you know, back, like I said, even in 2019, it was only 0.2 cents. So, you know, way back here, you know, that not a huge deal if you didn't, you know, if you lost some of them, you know, back in 2015 at 0.0002 cents. This is one of those coins that even at 6 cents, there is a strong possibility that, you know, if we do see another spike like this, why not just take that chance and have a little bit of coins in your wallet, especially with just how cheap they are. Now, of course, you can't do that with every coin. You know, you can't throw $10, $15 into every coin that you think might have the chance to, you know, really go up. But, you know, what I like to do personally is just pick a few coins that I think, you know, there's a chance that if they go up, I wouldn't mind taking the risk of having a little bit in my wallet. Dogecoin's one of them. Shiba Inu, number 18 on CoinMarketCap, still to this day. This is another one that I still have some. You know, do I think it's going to be the coin of the future? No, of course not. But I think there's a lot of potential for it to go up, and I'd like to have some just on hand. If nothing ever happens to it, oh well. But hey, Low Roller, nice to see you here. As always, I know you've been in these streams before, but as always, if there's anything you want to hear about, you know, please feel free to leave a chat. You know, right now I've just been talking about some of the coins that I think will possibly go up here as we get closer to the Bitcoin halving, with the bull market coming soon, and just some of the coins that I'm personally holding and you know, see here on the CoinMarketCap. But yeah, you said you hope more people come. Yeah, me too. But yeah, I know I haven't done a lot here on the channel over the past year or so, trying to get a little bit more back into the videos, grow the channel a little bit. But of course, when you take a break on YouTube, you know, you do lose a lot of the momentum of the channel. So it has been a little bit of a slow start here. Yes, if I'm mining Dogelon Mars, I have not been. You know, I remember talking about that probably in previous streams here. Let me see here. You know, I think this is another one of those. Yeah, so let me duplicate this tab real quick just to compare to Shiba, just out of my own curiosity here. Pull this up. Yeah, so this is one, you know, this is one of those coins that like I said up front, I'm not mining this coin, and looking at it initially, I really don't have a lot of information on it. So this is just looking at the information you're seeing on screen. I personally would not mine this one, invest in this one. And Low Roller, I see you said you're surprised it survived. You know, this is one of those ones that I think it's probably just too far out there that this one will really go up in value at all. And one of the reasons I would say that is, you had Dogecoin, nobody ever thought it was going to do anything, and then out of nowhere it went up like crazy. It was a joke coin to start with. The creators have come out and said, you know, they created it in an hour. It was never meant to have any real value. It was just something for fun. Well, here it is, super popular, and you got a lot of copies off of that. And I will sit here and fully admit, Shiba Inu is a copy off of Dogecoin. Now, of course, there are some other more practical features that go along with it, but it probably would not exist if Dogecoin didn't go up in value like it did. You know, it was people trying to look to make money, and while Shiba Inu is part of that group, I think it was made with some intention. There's some real-world application for it. Whereas coins like this that then followed Shiba Inu, which had some success, you know, you look at these, you know, how many zeros there are in the total supply, and there's only, what, 54% of them out there. So in theory, if nothing changed, the value would get cut in half as with inflation roughly as it, releases the rest of the supply. George, nice to see you here. Welcome to the stream. We're taking a look at some coins here, but as always, if you have anything you want to hear about, please feel free to leave a chat in the live comments. I think this is one of those coins that if you really wanted to and you really think that there's good potential, throw $20 into it and just hold on to it, because you'll get a ton for $20, and who knows, it could be one of the most profitable investments you make. Low Roller said Dogecoin is like lottery tickets. The newbie will be looking chance on Dogecoin Mars. Just put $50 and see what happens in the bull run. Exactly. That's one of those ones. Like I was just saying, I think you could really make a lot of money off of it if a bull run happens. But as always, you got to pick maybe 2 to 3 coins to do that with. You can't just go around throwing $50, $20 here, $50 there into all these little coins. And personally for me, this is one that I probably would not invest in or mine. Just looking at the supply and kind of knowing where it came from and how it came about. But I can't say the same about Shiba Inu. Personally for me, that's one that I spent some time mining, collecting, and I still hold them. I hope that it does something good in the next bull run, but we'll see what happens. But a good thing to look at here for coins like this, I probably spelled that wrong, but is the site unmineable. Let me see if they have I think they have a night mode, but oh well, I guess we get to look at a bright white screen. Let me zoom in a little bit. But yeah, so looking here, this is a great site if you are looking to mine some of these coins. So if you have a GPU mining rig or just a gaming computer that you want to let mine, and you want to collect some of these coins just in your spare time, this is a great site, because what it does is it allows you to mine some of the most popular coins, and they'll actually pay you out in whatever coin you want. Of course, as you can see, Dogecoin Mars is one of them, the Pepe coin is one of them, Baby Doge is on here, Shiba Inu, this is how I mined my Shiba Inu, but then they also have really popular coins here as well. Is Safe Moon still on here? I don't know if that one, I see Lower you said don't mind Safe Moon since it's dead, but yeah, so anyways, this site's great. I actually helped a couple friends mine a lot of Shiba through this site. It's not cloud mining or anything. You do have to hook up your miner. So like taking a look at, Dogecoin Mars, here you choose from all of these mining programs, and you do have to set up the miner. They do allow you to mine pretty much any algorithm that you could possibly have. SHA-256 on ASIC, Script on ASIC, and then of course Zhash, some of these other ones on graphics cards, but there's a ton of them out here. So super cool, and they do even have CPU algorithms as well, so you could really stack up some coins pretty quickly if you had a gaming computer that at night you just let it run and you do that for a month. You could really just collect these coins, set them and forget them in your wallet, and that way if you don't make anything, all you really lost is what you spent on the electric for your computer to be running. Low Roller, you said, are you going to be mining Dogecoin Mars since it's available on the website now? At this time, probably not. I'm getting back into mining a little bit, and I'm actually mining Kaspa coin, or KAS, which is on this website as well. Kaspa coin here has had a lot of news around it. It's one of those coins that I think has a lot of potential going forward into the next bull market. It's priced at about 5 cents right now, and I'm not currently mining it through this website, but let me see here what it's priced at. So yeah, about 5 cents, and they're relatively new, but they've had a pretty good trend of just kind of slowly going up in value, and I think that's nice to see. They came out about a year and a half ago, June of 22. and it's mineable on CPU, or I'm not sure CPU, that was a mistake, but GPU for sure. And then they have a number of specialized ASIC hardware. I currently am just mining it as a test. I actually started it today using my GPU rigs, so it's not going to get me a ton of coins, but maybe looking into getting some ASICs and stuff we could, maybe do some videos about here on the channel. But at the moment, I don't see myself mining Dogelon Mars, just because I think, personally for me, if I could get more Cospa coin, that would be a better investment of my mining power at the moment than Dogelon Mars. Now, of course, maybe you feel a different way, or, looking at the actual returns, I could probably get a couple 100 million Dogelon Mars pretty quickly, but there's really no guarantee. I mean, there's no guarantee that either of them go up, but, based off what I've seen with Cospa, I think there's a much higher chance in the long run that it will go up and be popular, whereas Dogelon Mars, I think it's one of those coins where, yes, it absolutely has the ability to go up, and yes, you will make a lot if it goes up, but I think it's also one of those coins that will go up like crazy. And if it does, it's only going to last for a few minutes, maybe an hour. And if you miss it, it sucks. I think that it's one of those coins that you got to have the timing right, too. And that's another factor. Whereas with some of these other coins, this one I could see, like, you can see it's steadily going up. It's not a huge peak and then a huge crash, where some of these other smaller coins are, because the big whales that are holding them sell their entire holding and crash the value like crazy. So, but Low Roller, you said Dogelon Mars market cap is only $98 million. It could reach $5 billion market cap in bull run. That's true. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be a lot of math to try and do here live, but let's see. So, yeah, so 98 million. Trying to think here. There's some sort of division, but Low Roller said Dogelon Mars is a bull run play, question mark. Again, I don't know anything about this coin. I've heard about it. I know it's not necessarily new. Let me see, just out of curiosity. So it was on here in 2021. There was a huge spike, and then it did jump up. This is probably around the time Dogecoin jumped up to a $382 million volume in one day. So what are we at today? Volume was only 14 million. So it's, yeah, I mean, yes, I think there is the ability for it to go up. Low Roller said if Dogecoin goes up, then the rest of the meme coins cease and follow. That is very true, but the thing you have to remember there is a dependency in that statement that Dogecoin has to go up. Which, yes, I do 100% agree with you. If Dogecoin goes up like it did in the past, I would not be surprised if coins like Dogelon Mars, Shiba Inu, Baby Doge, all those kind of coins also went up. But the question is really, how much is it going to go up? And, I mean, like I said, is it possible for it to go up? Yes, absolutely. I just don't know that Dogelon Mars, I personally don't think I would invest more than $20 into this. That's, my current statement. I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, if they're an actual project or if they're just a meme coin. They're listed on a number of big exchanges, Gemini, Crypto.com. But, like I said, I don't really know anything about the coin. So, I'm not saying it's not a good investment, but personally for me, I don't have any. And at the moment, I don't plan to get any. Just out of curiosity to see what I could get mining them. Random X. Oh, see, I don't know what, let me see what my what to mine would be. If they'll give me a random X hash rate. Do they have that listed here? It does not look like it, so I guess we'll never know. And you know, with I still have older mining hardware anyways, and still have the 580s, but you know, it is very easy to use this site. I will give them that. Oh, I guess I could probably switch it to one that I know. ETH hash, that's fine, because I know that's on what to mine here. So let's see, we have, I think, 580s, because one of the 6 died. Let's see, 1660 Ti. I think I have 2 of those, and I think I still have a 1060 one. That's close enough. Okay, so that's 208. That seems low from what I remember, but anyways, 208 estimates about just over 2 million you know, Dogelon Mars. I think I clicked the right one. It says Elon. Is that the ticker for it? Yep, it is. So yeah, so about 2 million of them. So yeah, it would be possible to get quite a bit of them pretty quickly for me. But you know, you then have to go through setting up the mining rig, switching it over to mine on this, which not overly hard. You know, it's maybe 10-15 minutes if everything goes smoothly. And then, you know, just how long do you want to let it go? Because, you know, at 208 mega hashes after a month, you'll have what, 605 million? Oh, 60 million, 60.5 million. So I guess everybody's situation is different, but yeah, like I said, you know, this site, I do highly recommend it. You know, it's a great site. It works really well for both dedicated mining rigs, whether you're using it, you know, with like something like Hive OS or an ASIC, or if you're just doing it in your spare time on your gaming computer. You know, I helped a number of friends do that to get some Shiba Inu back in the day. Low Roller, you said 100 million Elon Mars free coin. I'm not sure what you mean, if there's like a faucet or something, unless it's on this site and I just missed it, like in the news or something. And then yeah, their payouts are also, you know, fairly high. So what's that, 20 million? So you know, even with, you know, 5-6 GPUs running, you know, it could take, you know, a week or two just to get paid out. Oh, you said it was on the Dogelon site here. Let me see. I was just scrolling through the site briefly. I wasn't reading too closely. Let's see. It's all quick start guide. Okay. Well, yeah, 100 million. You see, so there's 100 million out there. Maybe it's on unmineable. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah. So like, you know, like I said, if you really believe that this is the next coin, there's the dark mode. You know, that's great. I fully say go for it. You know, even better, find some faucets. So, you know, it's find a faucet. Find, you know, like this site, you said it's on here. So, referral code. But anyways, yeah, so find a faucet. You know, I'm sure if I just Google Dogelon Mars faucet, you know, it's pretty quick. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a video here. There's, you know, the giving block. You know, all of these different sites out there that you can go out and find faucets that will, you know, give you some of these coins for free. So, you know, of course, big you know, big fan of faucets here on the channel. And of course, if you can find a way to get the coin that you're interested in for free, you know, not mining, not going out and investing, you know, straight up from a faucet, you know, Dogelon faucets. So it says no, at the moment there aren't any, but this was 2 years ago. So I'm sure there are faucets out there. You know, it is one of those coins that, you know, it's out there. I think, you know, if you do a little bit of research, you know, maybe I can find some faucets out there for Dogelon Mars. And actually, just out of curiosity, I wonder if Final Auto Faucet has that. Oh, I'm not signed in. Let me see if they'll give me a list without being signed in. Or, let me just bring over a non-private tab where I am signed in. Oh. Well, it doesn't have me signed in over there either, so I guess we won't find out. I was just going to see if they have a list of their coins, but oh well. Oh, there it is. I know it's on the other screen here, but I am not seeing Dogelon Mars. They do have Baby Doge and Shiba Inu on Final Auto Faucet. But yeah, I think as Dogelon Mars gains in popularity, you know, Final Auto Faucet would be one to have the Dogelon Mars get added in. But Mike, nice to see you here. No, we have not taken a look at the Bitcoin chart yet. We've been talking about Dogelon Mars. Low Roller, I see you asked if I'm gonna, you know, try to mine it. You know, at this point, like I said, I'm just, you know, getting the mining rigs back up and running. Going to be doing a little bit more mining research just to see how the landscape has changed. You know, I think it is one of those coins that there is a possibility I could, you know, set the miner to collect some. But I got to do a little bit more research into it before, you know, going out and mining. At this point, I think, you know, I'm going to be sticking with the Kaspa mining for the time being, but we'll see. Like I said, I'll keep everybody up to date. I plan to do a little bit more mining videos here on the channel with the GPU rigs, but yeah, at this point, I think I'm going to be keeping it on Kaspa for the moment, just to see how that does over the next few days. But Mike, nice to see you here. I know I already said hello, but yeah, we can take a quick look at the Bitcoin chart. I know we took a look at this yesterday in the pre-recorded video, but taking a look here on the day chart, of course, we did break this resistance yesterday of around $35,000. You know, we saw this resistance point here at 31. Finally broke through that. You know, the last time we were up here was May of 2022. We tested that resistance around $30,000, you know, in July of this year and did not break through. So we've spent over a year in what this, you know, bear market would be. Now, of course, when you claim that it started is up to you, but I would say, you know, right around here, I mean, you could even claim that in this area it started, so May, early 2022, however you want to look at it. But we did break through that Monday, October 23rd, came all the way up to right around 34,000. And then we did spend a lot of time trying to break through 35,000, which, of course, the last time we saw that, it was a support. It was keeping it from falling below 35,000. You see we fell down in very early January 22, bounced back up, and it bounced off this $36,000 limit for a while, and then it broke through. And it's been downhill since. So, Low Roller said we're in the late 2019 pattern since crypto is going up again. And yes, that is something that is really nice that we have started to see. You know, we're in that pre-Bitcoin halving bull run. You know, I don't think we're going to see anything crazy over the next 6 to 8 months. You know, Bitcoin halving is in the April to May timeframe next year, obviously dependent on the blockchain, but you know, I think we might see Bitcoin try and get up a little higher, probably test this limit of around $40,000. But realistically, until Bitcoin halves, I probably don't see it going much higher. You know, this last point here where it was, you know, on its way down was $48,000 was its last peak. You know, it is something I could see. You know, I think $45,000 before Bitcoin halving is probably pretty rare, but it's possible. You know, I think we'll see these kind of up and downs. It'll be interesting to see how long we stay at this $34,000 to $36,000 range. If it trades sideways for a couple days, maybe a week or so. But of course, I think we will, after the Bitcoin halving, see the bull run really start to pick up. And that's based off just the history of seeing what's happened after Bitcoin halvings in the past. You know, I think we've seen this pattern 4 or 5 times now. And I think that's, you know, for me, personally, I don't know if there's a standard in traditional finance, but I think if you can recognize a pattern 4 to 5 times in the 10 to 13 year history of an asset, I think that's something that's a pretty safe bet to say it will happen. It's not, of course, going to be an exact science. You can't just say this is the day it's going to go up, but more or less, start stockpiling crypto now. Whether it's mining, faucets, investments, whatever it is, however you want to get it, stockpile it now. But Mike, you said great analysis, so thank you. Hopefully you found it helpful. And then you said, what are my thoughts on Digibyte? Let's find out if they're on TradingView, because I actually don't know. DGB, yes, it looks like they are. Digibyte to USD. Well, this chart is less exciting. I will say I do still have the Digibyte that I mined back in 2017. It was about 12 cents a coin back then when I was mining it. It clearly is no longer even 1 cent a coin, but I probably should have sold at this 18, 19 cent high back in 2021. But hey, we've seen this pattern again. I started mining, how far back does this go? This only goes back to 2019. So let me switch over here real quick, see if we can get a little bit. It's not going to be at, whoops, that was DJI, DGB. Not going to be as precise, but looking at the all chart here, I started mining it, like I said, it was about 12 cents, was early, really early. Oh yeah, because I built my original mining rig at the end of 2017, so it would have been like January 2018 that I was mining it. Now, of course, that's when the Bitcoin bull run was going, when it hit $20,000. So then it fell down, and then we saw the next Bitcoin bull run, and it did hit an all-time high. So following that same pattern, I do think we could see a new all-time high on Digibyte. The chart, it's a little harder to tell. There isn't as much volume, but more or less we saw the pattern. It was down below a penny, 0.3 of a penny. We're currently at 0.7 of a penny. So that was in 2020 that it was 0.3 of a penny, and then it, in the span of a year or so, it went up to 14, 17 cents here, whatever the high was. So if you've got Digibyte, I would say absolutely hold on to it. Mike, I know you've been a big user of Digibyte, for as long as we've been communicating here on Discord and YouTube and all that. So, I'm sure you've got some. I would say hold on to it. Claim from faucets. Fire Faucet's a great one that pays Digibyte. Final Auto Faucet pays Digibyte. So it's been around a long time. It's a really interesting coin with how they do mining, with the different algorithms that you can mine. So, while it is ranked 192 at the moment, I think that will change as we start to move into the Digibyte, and then into the bull run for Digibyte. But as you can see here, the news and trending topics are all bullish. So, this one I think has a really good potential. I like I said, I still have the about 12,000 that I mined. I think it's 12,000, but one of those ones that's out there, and hopefully it follows the pattern. Let's see. Low Roller said Bitcoin ETF next year. We've been waiting since 2018. Yeah. We'll have to see what happens with that once it does come out. Should be interesting. But Mike, I think I answered this question already. Do I think Digibyte could hit an all-time high in the next cycle? Based off the previous patterns, now of course, this is only 2 patterns because Digibyte is pretty new in 2017. Well, I guess it was in... I don't know what this red means, but I'm going to go off that it was created around 2017. I'm not 100% sure on that. But based off the previous 2 patterns, yes, I do think there's a strong possibility that we could see an all-time high for Digibyte. It's happened twice now, and... following the same pattern as Bitcoin. It's a little younger than Bitcoin, but that doesn't mean it's not going to have that same pattern. Now, of course, when that is, who knows? But it's a great one to keep an eye on, with some good history. So, Low Roller, you said Digibyte might end up like Redcoin and Bytecoin since they're new. There's always that possibility. You know, Redcoin and Bytecoin, I see you said they never did come back, and that's very true. You know, it could be one of those coins, and that's a risk that you take with any cryptocurrency. You know, there's a good history here with 2 consecutive all-time highs that correlate to the same timeline as the rest of the crypto market hitting all-time highs. But taking a look here at Redcoin, you know, we saw this peak in 2017, 2018, that bull market, you know, time frame, and it tried to do the same thing in 2021, but it failed. You know, there's no way to, you know, beat around the bush there. It did not hit an all-time high, but it did try to follow the pattern. You know, this is very similar to the chart that we saw with Digibyte. But the main difference is Digibyte followed that pattern and hit a new all-time high in the last bull run. So if I had to choose between Redcoin and Digibyte to hit a new all-time high, Digibyte all day, just based off that cyclical pattern that we can observe across the crypto market. So, you know, those are great examples. And yes, there's always that possibility that Digibyte will do the same thing. But I personally think it's a bit stronger of a coin. You know, it is what it is, and I think Redcoin is another one of those ones that you could throw $20 into and hope that it gets back up to this 0.8 cents. You know, will it hit that all-time high? I kind of doubt it, but there is always a possibility that it goes back up over 2 cents, 3 cents. But, you know, much higher than that, I'd be pretty surprised. So, and Mike, you said, yeah, I learned about the coin from me. It's one without a pre-mine. Thanks for the analysis. Should be a good cycle. Yeah, let's hope so. You know, I think right now we are just playing the waiting game. You know, like I said in the video yesterday, I think if you're aware of what is going on in crypto, both with the patterns as well as the current timing in relation to the next Bitcoin halving, you're in a great spot. You know, like I say, yeah, I personally love faucets because you can get them for free, but, you know, I'm not, you know, completely blind here. Faucets do give a very small amount of crypto, and it can take a while to level up and get some of the bonuses on there. But I like faucets, but if you prefer investing or mining, whatever it might be, go for it. Get as many coins as you want, as you can right now, and make it the coins that you personally are interested in. If you really are interested in Digibyte or Dogecoin Mars or Shiba Inu or Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it might be, go for that coin, because we've seen over the past few years with these bull runs is more or less you can't make a bad bet in a bull market. Now, of course, it's hard to predict when the bull market is, but we have this pattern, this cyclical up and down that we've seen over the last 4 to 5 Bitcoin halvings, and we can mirror that pattern into these altcoins. So right now is the best time to be collecting them. And for some of these other coins, these smaller ones like Redcoin, you know, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin Mars, Dogecoin even, try and get those from faucets, because then you're just spending a little bit of your time. Throw some of your actual money, if that's your way of getting crypto, into some of the more stable coins, so that even if the Bitcoin, you know, bull market, crypto bull market, altcoin season, whatever you want to refer to it as, even if it doesn't happen, or it doesn't happen to the strength that we're hoping, you're not out all that much money. You know, of course, there's always the ability to lose, but it is what it is. Low Roller, you said Redcoin's only about $200 volume. Yeah, that's down quite a bit. You know, I used to mine Redcoin way back in the day on EOBot, actually, for those of you who were around in the EOBot days. But yeah, that is not a good look. But Redcoin needs to increase their volume and more exchanges. Yeah, they are. We got BitterX, StateCube, and Yobit. I haven't heard of Yobit in a while. Yeah, 3 exchanges, not great. 3 exchanges and, 4 pairs? Well, not 3 pairs. You have ETH, Bitcoin, and StateCube coin. So, well, Interesting. But yeah, you said the red coin market cap is only 4 million. It used to be $2 billion in 2017 before it collapsed. So, you know, that's a possibility with all coins. You know, again, a big part of crypto with these smaller altcoins is timing. You know, you would have made an absolute killing if you had bought at 0.8 cents and then sold for almost 3 cents just a few months later. But if you waited from January 6th of 2018 to January 7th, your profits were cut in half. You know, that's how important timing is. And, you know, unless this is your full-time job, that's a risk that you have to factor into your investment. And, you know, personally for me, I would rather, you know, I don't know. That's my personal thinking is I'm not watching the markets every day, all day. You know, maybe I check it 3-4 times a day, you know, if things are going well. But you could very easily miss a ton of profits just in timing. You know, even if you planned out everything out. So it is what it is. You know, you got to factor that in when getting some of these coins. But Mike, you said it's true. You're speaking wise words. 100% agree with you. Now is a great time to accumulate. Yeah. You know, that's, you know, I kind of course, took a break from YouTube and stuff and kind of trying to get back into making videos here on the channel. But, you know, the message that I try and get across in each video is more or less the same, that, you know, faucets, that's a personal, you know, favorite of mine. Like I said, those are the sites that got me started in cryptocurrency. And yeah, you're not going to get rich in most cases from the faucets, but why would you say no to free money? You know, especially when there's a huge upside to you know, that money. You know, if somebody said, oh, look, you know, there's a penny on the ground, you know, you would most likely pick it up if you knew that in 8 months there was a chance that that penny could turn into $5. You know, now if you did that every single day, you'd have, you know, multiple pennies that could possibly turn into $5 each. So, you know, that's kind of the way I look at faucets. You're not just getting the, you know, couple cents that day. Hold on to it. Just wait, and it will be better. You know, and if, like I said, if faucets is not your thing, then go to, you know, investments or mining or other ways. There's surveys, the pay-to-clicks, stuff like that. You know, it's a great way to get crypto for free. Low Roller said next bull run will be crazier since more institutions and retails will fight each other for Bitcoin, and that is absolutely true. I fully believe that that is a true statement. You know, we saw it with the last bull run that there was, you know, a lot more craziness around crypto because you saw huge major news networks talking about it. And then, of course, you saw some more institutional investors getting into it. And it was, you know, being talked about a lot more. And I think that's just going to amplify it even more this time around. So, yeah, like I said, you know, continue to get as much as you can right now. Every little bit helps because, yeah, once you know, it starts to become, you know, like gold, really, you know, there's only a certain amount of gold, and, you know, more or less gold has just gone up in value a lot, and that's what Bitcoin is going to do. And as more people realize what this is and that it's a good investment, you know, it's going to be hoarded up and the price is going to continue to go up. So, Low Roller, you said Dogecoin used to offer 5 Doge per claim in 2017. Yeah, there was, like I said, you know, I mined Dogecoin on EOBot again. There were days, you know, there were a lot of times where I was mining thousands of Dogecoin a day because, you know, there were great returns on it. It was a cheap coin. You could get a lot of them. You know, back in the day, the site Metzer, for those of you who are around a long time ago on Bitcoin tips, you know, probably 2017, 2016, you know, that site was paying 100,000 Doge a day, you know, with my cloud contracts that I had with them. So, you know, that was awesome, you know, back in the day. But, you know, $100,000 in or 100,000 Dogecoin back then, you know, let me look up what Doge was. You know, I don't think it was more than $10 a day. and of course, you know, unfortunately, I don't have any Dogecoin like that. So, so 000, 3 zeros, and then a 2 3. So, oh, I guess I could just do this. 2 3. Whoops, 2353 times 100,000. Yeah, so it was $23 a day. You know, that's still pretty good, but nothing like what it was now at 6 cents times 100,000. $6,000 a day. That would be crazy. But yeah, so Mikey said, no, I agree. Faucets are great. Miss the moon faucets from back in the day, and CoinPot. Yes, that was a mistake that they, you know, unfortunate loss there. But yeah, I think they got in over their head with that staking with their CoinPot token. You could get a ton of crypto, but you know, I thought about doing that, and then like a month after they released it, they shut down. I think they got in over their head. They couldn't pay out off of that, and they just lost. So, unfortunately, yes, those were great sites, though. You know, those were up there with the first ones. And then Low Roller, I saw you said free Bitcoin still going. Of course it is. Unfortunately, can't talk about that one here on the channel anymore, but that is still a great site. It's the first faucet I used. It is still going strong to this day. So, you know, plan to continue using that one as much as possible. Cointoply is another great one. And then personally, I really like these auto faucets that have come up. You know, Fire Faucet, Final Auto Claim, autofaucet.org, you know, those kind of sites, because it's so easy to just set it up and run. You know, those are some of the ones that I really like. But yeah, no, I still use free Bitcoin every day. George, yeah, Moon Faucet. That was a 100% legit faucet. That back in the day got paid out a lot from that. Moon Bitcoin, Moon Litecoin, Moon Dogecoin. Those were all great sites, and just unfortunately, I don't know really what happened to them with CoinPot. You know, my suspicion, like I said, I think it was the CoinPot token staking. They offered too much and couldn't pay it. That's my guess, because that feature came out and then like a month later they shut down, or they possibly got hacked. I don't know. But yes, back in the day, those faucets were absolutely legit. They were great sites. Really interesting concept too, that you could let your earnings build up. But yeah, Slow Roller, Dogecoin millionaire if you cashed out at EOBot. Yeah, I did cash out of all those Dogecoins, but, you know, back in the day, I wasn't, you know, I was, you know, trying out different cloud mining sites and, you know, stuff like that, and ultimately I don't have, you know, I have Dogecoin, but not, you know, that many. You know, it is what it is, but, yeah, and unfortunately, EOBot is another one. That was a great site that unfortunately went away, but, you know, they tried to stay around, and unfortunately they couldn't. But there's not too many cloud mining sites out there anymore, but ECOS is a good one. That one's been paying for a while. Yeah, at the moment, I think that's the only one I'm aware of. Well, there's another one my friend Kevin's Crypto Tips sent me, but I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. Mike, you said, are you looking at any particular coin for the next cycle? I am looking into the KAS coin, the KASPA one, that you had messaged me about on Discord. I just got the mining rig set up to mine that today, but I don't know how much I'll get into that. I think there's a lot of information around it. I have a few videos I want to watch on YouTube about it, but really my strategy right now, I'm sticking with the main 3 coins, and for me those are Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Those are the ones I'm trying to get the faucets to claim for, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and then of course I'm holding Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Digibyte, and just a few other small coins, Zilliqa. You know, I don't remember them all off the top of the head, but the main majority of the holdings and what I'm trying to get are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. I think those are the safe bets, and for me, I think I've got enough in the riskier bets to be happy. You know, maybe I'll look into Doge on Mars here in a little bit, but that's my current strategy at the moment. But George, you said you sold 10,000 Doge and got from CoinPot 33 cents. Yeah, hey, there you go. That's awesome. But Mike, I did not get the KS0. I just have it set up running on the GPU rig. So I unfortunately don't think I'm going to be making much. But I did want to set it up and try and just see what the mining was. I do plan to look into mining a little bit more because I did look at it. You know, the miners, the ASICs, stuff like that. But I have not purchased one yet. But I will definitely be doing a video if I do purchase, whether it's the KS0 or one of the higher level units. But Low Roller said, George, you could buy a Dogecoin again since it's only 6.7 cents. So there you go. Yeah, Bitcoin I think is definitely king. It's going to be around for the long haul. And that's why I think it's one of the ones I really want to collect. You know, that's probably one of the ones that even if it does hit new all-time highs, $100,000 plus, I probably would try and hang on to it. You know, sell some of the other coins that go up. You know, if Shiba goes up like crazy, I'm going to sell that one. It is what it is. If I don't sell it at the all-time high, I'm fine with that. If it goes up 200% and I sell it 150 or, you know, whatever the percentage is. But Bitcoin's one of those ones I think I'd hold on to. Dogecoin, oh, let me see, I might have skipped one. And Mike, you said, where do you hold your Kaspa? I don't think you can hold it on hardware wallet. So I don't actually have any at the moment. Like I said, I just got the mining going. But I did just download the Kaspa wallet. I think it's like KEX or something for Windows and Mac. Just set it up. Like I said, I needed a wallet address to configure Hive OS, but like I said, it's not looking like I'm going to earn much. So I may, you know, switch my mining strategy around here, you know, depending on how much I can make and how quickly I can get paid out, but we'll see. But yeah, I see you said it's looking good for the next cycle. I do agree from what I've seen, and that's why I was kind of interested in mining for it, but I think I'm realizing that since ASICs are a part of the world in Kaspa mining, I'll have to get some of those if I want to make any serious Kaspa coin. Low Roller, you said Doge is safer bet, and George, for 10,000 Doge you sold for 33 cents. Low Roller was wondering how much you made, so if you're comfortable sharing, you can put it in the chat. If not, totally understand. Low Roller, you said you should be mining Dogecoin again since it's a safer bet. Yeah. Let me go back to Unminable and just see what that 208 hash on Dogecoin would get me. Let me take a look here for Dogecoin. 208. So only about 5.3 Doge a day. 161 a month, and the payout's $30 or 30 Doge. So, you know, payout every few days, once a week maybe. But yeah, no, I could look into that as well. Like I said, you know, I think if I want to get back into mining seriously, I need to upgrade some of my hardware because I'm still running GPUs from 2016, 2017, 580s, and the 1060s and the 1660 series. You know, those are older GPUs. And with crypto not being in a bull market, they're losing money. You know, it is what it is. They don't pay out as much anymore. They're all still really good cards, but it just is the current market. So, Low Roller, you said another coin, ETC Classic. Since it's a popular coin, you can see it go up to $200 in bull run. Yeah, it's another one that I've seen some people talking about. Let me see here, and I am probably going to wrap up the stream here in the next 5 to 10 minutes, so if there's any other last questions, feel free to throw them down there. But like I said, I'm going to be continuing to upload videos here on the channel, so always, if you think of something after the stream, feel free to leave a comment. I do look at all the comments unless YouTube hides it from me for some reason, but yeah, always happy to take in suggestions for videos so that, you know, you're getting more out of the videos as well. But yeah, Ethereum Classic, I know we've talked about this one in the past. You know, this one, again, looking at it just very quickly, it's followed the pattern of bull run in 2017, hit an all-time high, fell down into a bear market. 2021 came around and it hit an all-time high again. this is one that I think we could see hit another all-time high in the future here, not too far future. So yeah, low roller, I think that's another good one. Let's see, George, you said I made 10,000 in 1 year on CoinPot, staked them after they shut the site down when the price of Doge was going crazy. At that time, it was 0.003. So, yeah, I think it was just a combination of their staking program and then the bull market happening. They just couldn't pay out. That's really what I think happened, but it is what it is. And I don't know if that's true. So, but low roll, you asked when the next stream is. Not sure. Maybe try and do one of these a week. But right now I'm just kind of slowly getting back into YouTube, taking it a little bit easier than I did before. I used to try and upload once a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That is a lot of work, finding the sites, doing the videos. So now aiming for 3 to 4 videos and maybe 1 or 2 live streams a week. I know you've seen some of the ones doing like the auto faucets. Now that I got the mining rig back up, might do one with that. But yeah, at the moment, I'll try and do one of these a week, maybe one every other week. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated here on the channel. So I do appreciate everybody for joining in. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream, and hopefully we can continue to do more. Mike, thanks for the kind words about the stream. Hopefully we can continue to grow the channel. Really liking these videos, both the streams and the regular pre-recorded videos really does help out the channel and getting it out there on YouTube more. So hopefully we can grow the community and go into the bull market strong with everybody holding crypto, and we can all make money using this info. So awesome. Well, thank you so much. I see low roll, you said ETH hit $2 in the bear market. So yeah, 100x. That's very possible. I think there's a strong possibility that this is a good one, and really just going down the list on the CoinMarketCap, look for this basic pattern. If you think there's a coin that you're interested in and you wonder, if it might hit an all-time high, look for this basic pattern of following the previous bull markets, and if it's exhibited more than twice, I think you're in a good spot and really could see it hit a new all-time high. So awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next